Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we're back. If you haven't had an opportunity to watch tonight's episode of The Walking Dead, it's called Inmates. It aired tonight, February 16th, 2014. Stop listening now. Major spoilers. Ladies and gentlemen, man, I am going on the record right now to say, and I know I say this every single week, but this is the best episode of The Walking Dead in the history of The Walking Dead. No, I say that every single episode, and the reason why, man, is because I'm a fan of The Walking Dead, and as a fan, I just really enjoy seeing the comic book source material, man. And no, not necessarily how it occurred inside of the comic, but just the way that the characters look when new characters are introduced, or when situations that occurred inside the comic book come to TV, and I just have to go ahead and start with that. Now, moving on, man, we're talking about The Walking Dead. Tonight's episode was by far one of the best episodes that I've ever witnessed, man, in the history, the long history. We're in Season 4, Episode 10, and tonight, man, we finally have answers to all those questions, okay? So let's go ahead and go right through it. Let's talk about Daryl, and let's talk about Beth, okay? Beth introduced us to tonight's episode, and she did an amazing job. Usually her character is very annoying because all she does is sing and complain and just act very strange on camera, but it's okay. She did a really good job tonight, and I think that that's what they're doing now. The direction of the show is for Carl and for Beth. These writers have went back to the basics, and they've reimagined the characters of Beth and Carl, and that's a good thing because, man, I tell you, man, Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3, you didn't want to see anything or hear anything from Beth and Carl. But now, I'm definitely saying that Carl has definitely grown up, and they have, made sure that we understand as the audience and as fans of The Walking Dead that Carl is no longer a child. He is a man, and he'll act like a man. Even though he'll still have, kiddish type things like crying or walking backwards, stuff that kids do, eating pudding and not sharing, he'll still be able to have some moments. Those characters will still be able to have some moments that, we as fans of The Walking Dead can go ahead and relate to and not be so annoyed. Beth, she's just taking this role of bringing hope, man, and I think that has to do with her growing up extremely fast because of the death of Herschel, her father, and she's just all about this positive energy, man. Even though Daryl, man, is just like, hey, listen, I think he's dead. I think they're all dead. We just need to go ahead and survive. And she's just like, hey, but please, we need to be better. We need to just keep the hope alive. And Daryl really isn't feeling that, man. Daryl's, I don't know. He doesn't want to track. He just wants to survive, man. I think it's just because I think his character is just going through a lot of emotional stuff, man. I mean, it's got to be crazy, man. Especially losing that many people, or thinking, or having the possibility of thinking that you've lost that many people, man. Let's talk about, I don't want to ruin this for you, man, but listen, if you haven't watched tonight's episode, stop listening now. I'm dead serious, man. Here we go. Carol. The return of Carol, man. Before I talk about that, let's talk about how it happened, man. Tyrese, Micah, and Lizzie, they are all together, man. So Tyrese and the two girls, the badass girls with the guns, man. The little girls that like to shoot first, okay, and ask questions later, man. They're taking care of business, man. And also, the little ass kicker, man. Yes, Judith, man. She is alive. Tyrese has Judith, man, in his arms, kind of like almost wrapped around him, man. And it's just such a great scene, man, because, the last time that we seen Judith's car seat, it was covered in blood. And I don't know, maybe a walker vomited on that thing or something. I don't know. I don't even know how that happened, okay? There's no explaining it. Maybe that was just for, good fun with Kirkman or something like that. But it definitely had me worried, man. But I had a big smile on my face, man, as I'm seeing Tyrese holding Judith, and I'm just like, wow, thank you. Let's talk about what happened, man. Tyrese, Micah, Lizzie, they're all in the woods. They're running, and they're trying to survive. All of a sudden, man, Tyrese says he's gonna go, hears like some screaming, okay, so he's gonna go check on some survivors, a possibility of some survivors. He passes little ass kicker, man, over to Lizzie, and Micah, she's so scared, she's just so worried and just terrified, man, but they're trying to stay strong. Anyway, Tyrese takes off, and he says, here, Lizzie, take Judith, hold on to her, stay right here. If any walkers come, just shoot them off, or or run, whatever you got to do. He takes off. Lizzie has the baby, has Judith in her arms, man, and all of a sudden Judith starts crying. Everything was going good, man, even though Judith was crying, Lizzie's still staying calm. All of a sudden Micah's like, she's like, Lizzie, make her stop, they're gonna hear us. And all of a sudden, man, I'm sitting here like, okay, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna, rock the baby, Are they gonna, sing her a song, a lullaby or something, man? No, man, Lizzie grabs Judith's mouth, man, and covers her mouth and nose. And, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to talk about this, man. It's so disturbing. Oh, man, it's so sick and twisted, man. She starts smothering Judith, man. I mean, we just got Judith back. All of a sudden, now Judith is about to die. I don't know what to say, man. I'm sitting here like, yo, do something. I'm screaming at this TV. I know that the TV can't hear me. I know that they recorded this, but that's how good this series is, man. And I'm just like, yo, please, man, Lord. I mean, I'm praying right now. I'm serious. All of a sudden, man, the camera cuts the scene while you see Lizzie having her hand over Judith's nose and mouth. Cuts the scene. They go back to Tyrese. Tyrese is over there trying to rescue these survivors. Then all of a sudden, when Tyrese, obviously, he can't rescue the survivors because they're overtaken and overthrown by, so many zombies. And then the two survivors that were alive, they get bitten and stuff. Tyrese hears a gunshot from, I think, Micah. She's the one that shot one of the zombies. All of a sudden, Tyrese turns around to go take action. And there goes Carol, man. Yes, there goes Carol, man. She's back, and she has Judith, a.k.a. Little Ass Kicker, right in her hands, in her arms, and she's holding her. Judith's not crying. Everything is just, it's so peaceful, man. And, I mean, all you can do at that moment is just laugh and cry and just, I don't even know what else to say besides that was insane, okay? And then Tyrese and Carol, they come together, and now we have this opportunity to either A, find out if Carol's going to tell the truth, because obviously Tyrese doesn't know what's going on with Carol. Why did she disappear? We don't know any of that, because when Rick and Daryl were trying to tell Tyrese ended up beating up Rick, and then Rick came back and beat up Tyrese, and it was just crazy. It's just chaos. Well, they go off into the sunset, and we really don't know what's going to happen, but that's going to be an issue. That's going to be an issue, man. As they're walking along, man, they see a sign, man, for Tenemis, man. And this is kind of like I guess you could call it a Woodbury 2.0. All right, this is a location that they can go to for safety. It says if you make it there, yeah, it says if you make it here and you survive, something like that, man. And it's kind of crazy because I think that's where the show is actually heading to. It's actually heading to this new location, man. Those who arrive survive. There you go. Okay, that was the actual quote. Those who arrive survive. There you go. And that's where they're heading to right now, man. That's about 8 minutes, man. We're heading into 9 minutes right now, man. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here. This is my part 1. I'll bunch all these together so you can listen to them at one time, or I'll keep them individually. I don't know yet. But we're gonna keep talking about this Walking Dead episode, man. It's called Inmates. This is season 4, episode 10. Best episode so far, man. We're out of here, man. Sorry I went over time, but yeah, gotta keep talking about it. We're out of here.